Bitcoin has been in a bear market, and it's been in a bear market since October the 7th. I'm going to share my screen, show you what that looks like, and explain why it's the end of the world. Here is the proof. Bitcoin had its top on October the 6th, and I actually called that to the day, actually. Back in 2022, I was drawing my charts, and I said, look, this is when Bitcoin's going to top out in 2025. And it did, literally to the day. So that's something I should probably shout more about. And since then, we have been in a bear market. I'll quickly run through this chart, and this is something that I put together towards the end of last year. And it basically covers all the cycles, from halvings to blow-off tops to bear market bottoms. And you have the bull run, the bear market, accumulation phase, and transition phase. And that's been a pretty consistent pattern since Bitcoin really started. And so I was only messing around really when I said, look, we're in a bear market, it's the end of the world. I think you kind of get that. And really it is a case of how long is this bear market gonna last for? How low is it gonna go? And if you look at previous bull runs compared to bull markets, you can see that the bull market is quite big and then it pulls back a bit. And so I wouldn't be that worried that it's gonna, come down to like 20k or 30k or even 50k. Like I'd be super, super surprised if it even hit 60k. I've been saying since November that I believe that this pattern was probably going to play out. I got a little bit caught out over here where it started to pump, but it's the same pattern exactly, pretty much almost the same pattern over here. And so in the last round we had the blow off top, we come down, made another all-time high, and then we had that rising channel. And so the same thing has pretty much played out here. We had a top, come back down, another top, and then it come back down and rising channel and it's fallen. The difference here is that I don't think it's going to come down this much because we didn't have that much of a bull run. Like, let's be honest, it was only like 109% to be exact. And so I don't think we're going to have that, it's going to come down like, people talk about, it's going to come down 70, 80% from the all-time high. I just can't see that happening. I mean, it could happen. No one knows for sure. But yeah, look, this isn't the end of the world, guys. This bear market, we don't know how long it's going to last for. I'm guessing just a few more months. And then, I'm guessing that we're going to bottom out round about here. The 75k mark, I've been calling this for, since November. I said, look, the way the pattern's forming, the way there's support. I want to quickly flip back to this chart. And this is where I've actually got my main trend lines. Yeah, this area here, we have hit it. And what I actually thought was going to happen is I thought we were going to come down, hit this, and then come here. But, I was right, but it just went a slightly different way. We come this way, got excited, and then it came down. And it's a pretty sharp drop. And if you look at this from a technical analysis point of view, if you actually zoom in, this actually looks kind of bottoming-ish, if that's a word. Because you got a bunch of low tests here where it's come down and it's been rejected, it's come back up, it's come down, been rejected, come down. So it is rejecting this area, which is good. Now, when the US markets open up later on, we'll see what impact that has, because on Friday, the US markets actually closed on a green candle, which is great. But gold and silver, okay, this is good. I'm just looking at this now in real time. Gold and silver have rebounded. Those markets have opened up. So this is positive, guys. Now, it is hitting this area of support and resistance, so it could smash back down from here. But yeah, everything's looking pretty good, actually. So I was a little bit worried that we were going to have another smash down on Monday because of the markets, but this actually seems to be looking okay. So I'm not going to say panic's over, but yeah, we are on a bear market, but that doesn't mean it's the end of the world. Bear markets don't have to last that long. The bull run didn't really last that long, and so the bear market probably won't last that long either. And this is all trading analysis is. You look at past events and you try and map them out as clearly as you can, and you try and spot patterns. It's what Tony Robbins talks about, pattern recognition. And then the next stage from that is pattern creation. And so that's why I've got my system, which I share with my private clients. This is the gold, guys. Like, seriously, no one knows what's going to happen with crypto, but this indicator tells you buy here, sell here. Yeah, it's a you have a bit of messing around when the market's ranging like it is here. But, just look at it. This is good. You buy here, sell here, buy here, sell here. And even more recently, you would have sold up here. And then there was a buy signal over here, but then, another sell signal. But you would have sold at 106. You would have bought back in at, what was that, 94. Then you would have sold at 91. And, you'd be sitting pretty right now. Even if you bought in here, you'd be way up in terms of Bitcoin. And so, yeah, that's my strategy. It works. No one can deny that. And yeah, I'm going to leave it there. I didn't even introduce myself. I'm Harvinder. I make these video updates pretty much every day. Been in Bitcoin since 2015. Been making video updates since 2022. So if you like this kind of stuff, subscribe. Share it with someone who thinks the world might be over because Bitcoin has had a bit of a crash. And yeah, just reassure them things will be okay. The mathematics and economics are in Bitcoin's favor. Unless we do have a real zombie apocalypse, which I don't think is going to happen anytime soon. Things will recover. So just chill out. It's all good. All right, people, I'm going to leave it there, and I'll see you in the next update. Thanks.